So let's talk about Lenio. Like I keep wondering where did it go wrong? I watched Yo last season and even the start of the season, and he was so good. Like for a young kid, he was very good at defending. Yes, he had that one-off game against Sulemana. I can't remember which club he plays for anymore. When Sulemana almost took his life, like he was getting beat like every single time. But after that game, it was almost impossible to get past Yo 1v1. He was so good. This season, he was good at the start of the season. But suddenly, like, it just seemed to have gone downhill. Like, I think whether it was after the injury, or if I can remember correctly, since he came back, like, Yo has been utter dog shit. Like, it's so crazy. Like, I don't even understand how is it possible to go from where he was. It's like going from right up, so high up, and just going very low. Like the difference is so crazy. Like there are players, good players that okay, when they're out of form, they drop it down a notch. Like imagine someone like Bruno Fernandez now. Bruno is actually a very good player. But there are some times when he's out of form and he's not performing, losing the ball more often and not creating as many chances. But it's not just like he's just actual shit in the whole match. And okay, that's even less. I'm talking about one match, like actual shit, like over multiple matches. I don't even get what's wrong with you. Yesterday, United played against Aston Villa. Aston Villa has been whipping out of other teams, 9 straight games in a row wins. They had United to play yesterday, and they won. That match yesterday was, to me, it was so painful for me because the players actually played very well. Like Villa could not do anything. Like Villa was like a very bang average team, like fighting relegation. What happened? Your mistakes. Like how can I see the first goal? How can you not close down your man? A true ball. I can't remember who lost the ball. If it was Mount or Gatti that first lost it, fine. That was a mistake on their part. But yo, come on. Rogers was running after the ball. Yo was jogging, following him, like, and he jogged there. He didn't even try to cover. Like that was one of the worst defending I've watched in the Man and I've watched a lot. I've watched Maguire for like since when he got to Man U. There was a period when Maguire was utter trash. Like for 2 or 3 years, he was pure dog shit, and he's not even becoming a meme. He was literally a meme before he got back to his form. I don't think Maguire defended that poorly. Like, yes, he was dribbled past. Like, there was some matches there he had stinkers. Like, but at least you saw him making effort. It's not like he wasn't trying. It's just that nothing was just working for him. It was almost like yo didn't want to be there or didn't want to defend. The first goal, he was jogging to meet Rogers. He didn't even close down Rogers. Nothing. He just let Rogers play. When I saw the goal, like at first, I wanted to blame Lamens for not being able to save that. But when I saw the angle and the curve of that ball, there's no goalkeeper catching that thing. Because it seemed like ball was going out and curving in. Even if he dived, there was nothing he would have done. The second goal, I think Lamens could have done better because that ball was quite a little bit closer to him. And then it was still Yo's fault again. Like, come on now. What the hell is happening? He was literally just standing on his own. Rogers was standing in the box. How can you let? I don't even get if our defenders don't study the opposition team before going to the match. You keep giving a right footer space on his right leg. You keep giving him open space at goal on his right leg. The match against Bournemouth, if you noticed, they kept closing that left leg, trying to push Ahmad to the right. But Ahmad, most because he's very skillful, was still breaking into the left. Because he's a left footer, his right leg is very weak. But most times they show him to the right so he can go on his weaker leg, and the chances of him creating something very good is reduced. It just seemed like Yoro was trying to close Rogers left and opening the right. 2 times the same goal. Like, come on now, what the hell is that? It was just so painful because outside of those two goals, then there was one, I think was it McGinn that he played and Lamine saved it. Those are the only three chances Villa had, and they're all down to poor defending. Like, if we had won that game, you could easily see that United outplayed Villa. Like, it wasn't even a joke. Like, there's been matches that we lost and performances were trash, and they say yes, okay, this player was shit, this player was shit, and there have been matches that we won now and say it was luck. Or that match yesterday, without those Euro errors, comfortably beat Aston Villa. Like, would have beaten them. Like, people would, by that time, because they never like to give United credit, they would have said Aston Villa are not on form, maybe fatigue, or they'll just try to find one excuse. Like, it wasn't funny. It wasn't a joke. Like, those players played very well. Kunha was on fire. Like, Dogo with his trash crosses. I know he put in one very good cross that Kunha should have scored and it should have been 2-2. But even Dogo wasn't as bad as he has been. He was okay. His finishing was still trash. Ugarte has been terrible since this season, even last season safe. But at least he had some good games last season. But I was very surprised. Ugarte was actually good. It was okay. It wasn't bad last match. He's not Casemiro, definitely, but he was very okay last match. It wasn't like the normal vintage shitty Ugarte. It was okay. Kunha was good. Mount was okay too. Like, in all honesty, if not for the Euro mistakes, it was almost like we didn't miss Mbeumo and Ahmad as much. Yes, miss Ahmad to an extent, all this cutting inside and all this his press also. But like yesterday, they were all pressing as a team. Kunha, Mount, Sesko. I almost forgot Sesko. Let's talk about Sesko. Why do we sign Sesko? Is it Sesko or Shesko, whatever I call him Sesko? I watched 2022 World Cup. That was the first time I watched him. And I actually agreed that made my own opinion that guy is mid. Like, there's nothing special about him. I remember there was so much hype around him. I think coming before the summer before that World Cup. So much hype around him. Many teams wanted to sign him that period. That was 2022 now, in June, July. The World Cup was in December. Was December? Yeah, December. I watched him at the World Cup. I was like, what the hell is this mid? So imagine my surprise, United wanting to go for him. I don't know if they made that decision because Ateta at Arsenal wanted him, or because I really don't get it. I always thought it was mid. When United wanted to sign him, and it looked like they're definitely going to sign him, I was praying that he should prove me wrong. And I'll say, okay, yes, I was wrong about him. Maybe he just didn't have a good World Cup. All the matches I've watched him now, he has been mid. Like, even was not mid. Like, I feel like he's even exceeding my low expectation. Like, he's exceeding my negative expectations for him. Like, he's even worse than I thought. See, look at that match yesterday. A true ball to Sesko, and instead of him to give the defender a problem, like push the defender, like body, I'm not saying like commit a foul with your hand or side to side. At least if you watch Haaland do not let a defender just stand like and feeling knock the ball away. Sesko will be waiting for the defender to go for the ball. Maybe he will make mistake, or maybe he will knock the ball and the ball didn't go far enough and you just drop for him. Like, what the hell is that? You are 6'3" or 6'4". Sesko not up to 6'5", and you are waiting like. Then the two big chances. The first one, I can understand. Martinez is quite big and he came out very early. So I can understand him missing that one. The second one, come on. Even if you're not a left footer, come on, that's the ball that the ball was crawling. Just lift it up a little bit. Yes, there's a chance, okay, maybe this is a left footer. You may not get the right angle and it goes wide. But at least you made an attempt. What the fuck was that he kicked the ball forward? Like, you are not fast and you not still over kicked it. That kind of goal ball, like kicking to beat the keeper, is usually for fast players. He did that. Two blessed chances. Like, I've not even checked to see what was the XG in that match. that we had. Sesko and Yo, they sold that match yesterday. That's what I can see. The remaining players actually very good. Lamens, I felt he should have done better on the second goal. The first goal, nothing he could have done. Should have done better on the second goal. But apart from that, like I actually like if they can put in that performance every day, then we'll really need to fix our DM position since Casemiro is old and he's probably leaving at the end of the season. Bono is looking very likely that he's leaving at the end of the season. Then our defense. As of last season, I thought we had a good defense with the many defenders because there was Delete, Maguire. At least we still have him for this season. I think his contract runs out this summer. Luke Shaw is good because of the World Cup, so at least he's available. After World Cup, he'll go back to his injury. Yoro was good last season. Mazraoui was good last season. I think he's still decent, just injury problems, and now he's at AFCON. I don't think we'll get him anytime soon because Morocco is likely to get to the late stages. But suddenly, Delete is injured, Maguire is injured, Euro has turned trash, Mazraoui is at AFCON. Now I was stuck playing Heaven, who's a young guy. I think Heaven was actually good last match. Yes, there were times when he left space open, sharing the two goals. But I'll still bring that down to Euro making mistakes. Euro was getting caught out of position regularly, and it's almost like Heaven is covering for him. And in that kind of scenario, Heaven gets exposed too. That same thing happened in Bournemouth against Bournemouth for a Kupri goal. Every time, what the hell is going on with Euro? I don't even want to see him in the next match. If he's not serious about playing football, he should go and rest. They should give him time off. Like the way they give Sancho, even though they didn't help Sancho, because that one is an idiot. Maybe in this time, I don't know, they should find out if someone in his family died or he broke up with his girlfriend or something. Because there's something very wrong. I don't expect him to go from how good he was to how bad he is right now, like in the space of a few weeks. It doesn't make any sense. From next match, I don't mind. Play me Fredrickson. He was okay in preseason. Yes, he didn't really have a good game against Grimsby, but at least it was okay. And I don't think it can be worse than the way Yo is playing right now. Try him. If it's bad, look for another person to play. Because we can't just be losing against Bournemouth. Same thing. We drew that game. That's 4 points now, or 5 points thrown away because of defensive problems, and it's usually from your side. All I'm gonna say is I can't really blame those players. They actually put everything in, despite losing losing Ahmad, losing Mazraoui. Three of our whole right side rather, absent. But Dalo was good yesterday. Whoever played, because they kept moving around, Kunha and Mount, they kept rotating. They were all good. I just have beef with Yoro and Sesko for that match. Apart from that, it was actually a very good performance on the team. And that is why it's so painful, because you can't even fault them. They gave their all in that match, except for two people. I would say Sesko gave his all, but he's just not good enough. To me, hopefully he can prove me wrong in the future. Let me assume. Because I don't rate players from Bundesliga. If you look at all of them, the only ones that have been good in Premier League, Haaland was good before going to Bundesliga. He was already scoring a lot of goals before going to Bundesliga. Who else? I'm trying to think, but I think there's someone else that was actually good in Premier League. But most of their forwards from Bundesliga are always trash. Their midfielders and defenders are okay. Their forwards, Sesko, Sancho, Timo Werner, Nkunku, that's already four off the top of my head. If I think, I know I'll see. Xavi Simons is new. So far, he has been trash. I don't know if he'll get better later. That's already five. Five forwards from Bundesliga. Trash. I know Simons is more of an AM. I don't trust Bundesliga forwards. If you're signing forwards for me, don't bring anybody from Bundesliga, except if the person has done it in another league prior to going to Bundesliga. then I'll say, okay, fine. I just hope Sesko will prove me wrong, Sha. And I'll still make a video if he starts proving me wrong that yes, I was wrong about Sesko. Maybe I didn't give him enough time. But for now, nah, he's not it at all. I wouldn't even mind seeing Zexi. At least I know Zexi has very good ball control and link up play. He may not be scoring goals, but he will create chances for others. Oh, well, those are just my thoughts on the match. And please like and subscribe and comment down below if you have any opinions on the match, and if I was wrong or about anything or I didn't talk about anything, please let me know. Thank you.